And we're live. Thank you
Hello.
there, guys.
Hello.
It's blowing a gale outside, so I think it's slightly interfering with my signal tonight.
We get it always best, don't worry. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another Thursday night live stream with hello Darklycan81. This is the left or right, and a very special guest, Rob Tatson Toys.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, Barry. Hello, David. Oh, getting my names muddled up here.
I've changed my name for the bottom of the screen just for something different for tonight.
But if you're still on at 10 o'clock, Rob, we're going to do just a fun thing. I've got 20 questions for about Star Wars, about being Star Wars.
Yeah, May the 4th, isn't it?
Yep. Let's challenge the chat to their knowledge of the most famous movie ever out there, basically.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. The most famous movie franchise ever. So,
Mr. Elder, Mr. Stu.
Apart from Mask, as you know.
Yes. Well,
it's not a movie yet.
Mask is that there's been so many rumors about a TV series and a new toy line. I hope it does go through because I would love.
Of course, so do I.
Would love
talking about Mask. Just I don't know if you guys know, but any of you two follow Kapow Toys?
Yes, they do have. I have seen the Mask things that they're doing. And I've also
It's for six. And it looks like it's a 6-inch figure line, but it's a red card that someone's famous for.
Really? Oh, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I haven't delved into what's going on with it for a while because I've been so focused on.
It's I think it's Free Zero, Rob, that's doing it because they're also doing the Brave Star line as well. But it's cried something Marshalls. I know
that's
they can't
right, yeah.
a name kind of thing, so I don't know if Mask. I think Mask was going to be cried something else, but it did look quite.
I'll have to pull my finger out a little bit though. The only thing I've seen on the update really is this Raymond Toys stuff, the Thunderhawk and now the Shark that they're doing.
Yeah.
And the Thunderhawk looks beautiful.
Yes.
And I've got my eye on pre-order on eBay. It's only £150. Well, 150 whatever it is, but you know, it's beautiful. It looks stunning. You know, and I'd love to have all that. I've got to try and grab hold of the what do you call it? The unproduced stuff, but people are producing it. Like Ramp Up and Thunderball and things like that. I wouldn't mind getting hold of that stuff because I've got everything else, and I'm thinking I might as well just go for these unproduced toys that people are producing. You know, just to add completion to the line, even though it wasn't released officially. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's the worst thing about certain toy lines is that some toy lines ended too quickly, kind of thing, and there was so many other stuff to come in, and you all got excited that you've seen pictures there in magazines and leaflets and the toy packages, but we never got the toys in the end, kind of thing.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, and they've done a bloody good job, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Some of them actually taken off the old screen molds themselves because technically some of the owners that worked on the toys had the molds or the first casts.
Yeah, or even the prototypes.
Or the prototypes themselves, which never made it. And people have got hold of that 3D or load of pictures, made it into 3D model. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Fair play to them, though. You know, I mean, I used to be one that never dealt with anything 3D printed or anything like that, but it's got to, my mask collection has come to a standstill where there's nothing else I need to get, and I'm thinking, what else can I add to the collection? I mean, the last thing that I got was a pinball machine off my mate Robbo Toys, and where else can I go with it apart from down that route? You know, I've got to.
Can you go? Was there any different foreign country packaging?
I've pretty much got all that.
So technically, when you've done the normal line, the foreign packaging, the UK packaging, any bootlegs or anything, or is it that's all done?
Yeah, I got all the playful stuff, all the Argentinian stuff, and all the figures. and all that sort of stuff. It's just, like I say, it's where do I go from now? You know, so really, what's been going on at the moment, as you guys have been, you know, if you've been following me on Instagram, which I know you do, Thundercats really have been the new line that I've been.
Yeah, I noticed you got you got your new baby the other day there when I seen it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't pay a lot for it either, you know, and I'm really, I mean, I kept hounding the guy.
It's just a
Matt,
picture of you holding it, Rob. It's
oh.
just the look in your face is like he's went back to his childhood.
I'll tell you what. When I took it out of the box, it weighs a ton. It's you know, it's solid steel. I think this is made with something else, but the rest of it is just all steel. It's a weighty old sword, but yeah, I'll have to see if I ever go to a toy convention or a show or anything like that dressed up as Lion-O. I'll have to make sure the old makeup looks good to match
Well,
the
the
sword.
question is, will they actually with the sword? Will they lay you in with that sword? Though is the question.
Okay, I'll put it in my back.
I'll shrink it down so it's a little one on your wrist. I said, "That's it." There you go.
Stick it in the glove.
Yeah,
like it does in the cartoon. Yeah. No, I do think about that. I do think.
Probably do something like Audi. I would run about the front garden with it from and think I was Lionel again.
That's it. When I held it the other day, I had to put two hands around it.
It's like I've got
Believe it.
one of the like custom lightsabers, Rob. And the first thing I did, I went outside and I was thinking about like I think my neighbours must have thought I was off my fucking nut.
You do though, didn't you? You actually act out a couple of bits. When I put the sword in my hand, I had to have a look through. You know, I had to do that. So, God knows what else I'm going to do with it. But other than that, it's sitting there pretty at the moment.
crazy.
Yeah, my little baby.
Yeah, just to let you guys know in the chat, if you've got any mask questions or anything you need to know about mask, please ask Rob in the chat. So if you guys got any mask questions or anything, he's a big mask super expert with Transformers and Thundercats, is he?
Yeah, I'm a bit banging to my Thundercats. Well, I don't know if you can see, but up the top there, I've got quite a big hoard of. That's just some of my mask bits. The rest of it's all boxed up.
Well, at least you got something on display this time, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it, like I say, a lot of it's boxed up and hidden away, which I really hate.
Yeah.
But at the moment, because there's so much of it, if I had it laid out, it'll just be everywhere.
Price, Rob, you're just going to pick up. It doesn't matter if you've already got 3 or 4 of them. If you see it for a good price, you're still going to pick it up.
Oh yeah. I'm still picking up bits now. Nothing too major. I'm still getting friends say to me, you know, are you still buying masks? And it's only the other week me and the wife went to Birchington to pick up just some random mask bits we found on Marketplace, a bulldoze box, a razorback and a buzzard and a hurricane and a jackhammer loose. And I said, you know what? You know, I'll just take a drive down there, you know, picked it all up. I knocked him down a little bit because there was a few issues with them, but it's nothing I can't sort out.
So, a quick question: how many figures? Is it 3 series of mask?
4.
4. And how many figures per season and vehicles?
Oh, I'd say the first season there was about 6 or 7. In terms of figures,
15, 20?
Something like that, yeah. Plus the single packs, etc., that sort of thing they brought out, and the adventure packs and the double packs, you know, recoloured and things like that.
Yeah,
you know, they brought out. I mean, I've got a load of figures here that are just spares, you know.
Yeah,
just all in there.
Oh, the brown, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, basically, Rob, the person in the chat, just Scuba Pete, got a Boulder Hill from the UK when he was on his UK adventures a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Scuba Pete's they're getting into mask and that sort of stuff. So, Scuba, if you've got any questions or anything for mask, please ask Rob. He's the best person.
Scuba Pete, yeah, I've not spoke to him, but I've seen him on videos with Analog Toys, and I've watched all the Analog Toys videos and things like that. And I've tried to get in contact with Tony from Analog Toys to have a chat or to have a meet up or something like that over Zoom and stuff like that. And I've obviously watched Scuba Pete. And I know he's a big Mask fan.
I know there's one other person in the fandom that got Mask on his display, middle display of his middle, and I can't think who he is.
Is it no Toy Scavenger?
Is it?
I know because I've been watching all of his.
He's got toys at the top, toys at the bottom, and in the middle is Mask, isn't it?
Oh, Paul. Could be.
Could be
Yeah.
Paul. I know Toy Scavenger. I've been watching a lot of his Mask stuff on TikTok, the new and it just brings back a lot of memories seeing that stuff boxed.
Yeah. Well, I keep planning to do a video on my YouTube. So I haven't done a video on my YouTube for a while. But when I get time, say I'll get a spare weekend or something like that, I'm literally going to get everything out and do some photos and put a video together based on a lot of the collection I've got and a lot of the rarities and a lot of the miscellaneous, i.e., the merchandise side of it, because I've got 10 ton of merchandise that is not toy related, but it's Mask related.
It's just like my future brother-in-law, and once he seen my collection, he kind of like he fell back into the hole, and now he's picking up bits and pieces. And he was telling me, he's like, back home, he says, I've actually got some masks just sitting on the shelf with nothing. So I've had these for childhood when these things were well and truly played with, kind of thing. He says, I would love a vehicle. And I says, well, funny you say that. I says, I've got a spare jackhammer if you want it. I gave him that, and he was quite happy.
Yeah, you got to love them. I mean, they were very robust, the toys,
Yeah.
They're very strongly made, and to do most of the things with the touch of a button or swipping this round or swipping that round.
It was a few years ago, Rob, when I picked up about 4 or 5 at a boot sale, and there was a spare jackhammer.
Nice.
The jackhammer that was there was kind of a bit more. The one I found a few years back, but the tires are starting to like split. So the one that I found there, the tire, there was no splits in the tires, so I had that one just as a spare. And I did say to him, "The tires are splitting." It goes, "It's not. It's just going to sit on the shelf. I'm just going to put the Mask figures that I've got. I'll just display them." I say, "I'm not fussy."
That's it. Like I say, Mask is. I've pretty much done my Mask now, so now I'm on to Thundercats now. So, I think in the last couple of months I've got two nice pieces. I've got the Driller and I've got the Sword. And I've got a load of Thundercats stashed away. Moat Monster, Jaga, all the characters, all complete. Just stashed away in my own little stash. I've got 3 bloody Thunder Tanks.
Yeah, I noticed.
You know what I mean? And they're all complete.
Nice.
It's sod's law, because I went out on a mission to get one Thunder Tank. I really wanted one I'd say about a year ago. And then next thing I know, I'm like, right, I've got a Thunder Tank, got it all complete. And next thing I know, two more came along.
Right price, right thing, of anything.
It's always that, but no, is that's always, is like you say, it's always sod's law, is it? Because for a while, I was finding I can't remember the name of the robotic horse for He-Man, but I found one, and then like 2 days later,
Stridor, isn't it?
That's it. But 2 days later, I found another one, and then a week later, I found. So I eventually ended up having like 6 at one point.
You do. It's strange, because it always happens when I want something.
Yeah.
Because
and it happened.
Pick up, the legs were broken on it, so I've reused the body for a custom that I'm working on.
Yeah, because you was doing a load of customs last time I spoke to you, weren't you, Barry?
He's done a lot more than that.
Yeah, he did old Woody and things like that. He was doing Buzz Lightyears.
I've done the Woody, I've done the Buzz. I've done a Harley Quinn / Stormtrooper.
Oh, nice.
I ended up picking up one of those Chat Me monsters that I basically repainted it. The Stridos that I found that had the broken legs, I basically turned into a Harley Quinn chariot.
It's good though, because it's inventive. It's using the spares rather than throwing them away, isn't it? Because a lot of people just bin them. I've got boxes of bloody spares, Transformers, Star Wars stuff, and all that. So
it's one thing you can't get rid of is your spares. You're guaranteed you get rid of it to like a job lot. and then next minute you find you want that one piece. It's in that box. Next,
Oh
you
yeah,
need it next.
It's just the way. Years ago I used to throw the pieces away. I used to think, oh bollocks, that's broken, throw it away. But now I've accumulated a massive box full of G1 spares and a massive box of Star Wars spares. You know, AT-ATs in there. I think there's 7 broken X-wing fighters in there. I could probably make 2 or 3 good ones, because you know when the wings open on the inside, one of the where it sort of lifts up above the tab, there's a couple that are broken. You know, depending on which side. And I think I could probably do it. And I took one apart first time, an X-wing, 4 weeks ago, and it ain't exactly a hard job.
No,
but it is to try and separate the wings though, because they're crossed over. Well, to try and do that without breaking them, but that is the hardest part. But other than that, you know, spares or repairs is.
You never used to pick up spare stuff, and it wasn't to talk to with Dave and that. And it's like, no, you're always better having spare parts.
Yeah, always comes in handy. Always. Never throw anything away, because you can use the rest of it apart from the broken piece for something else.
It's like one of the toy fairs. I bought off you 2 Gundam figures, which are missing faces and bits. But technically, if you glued them to like a piece of cardboard you can put another one on the top. It looks like they're both battle damaged. It makes a diorama.
Well, that's it. Talking of dioramas, I'm trying to, now the boot fair seasons have started. My next little mission after the Codacan models is, apart from making more Codacan models, is I want probably a 2 to 3 foot fish tank, but quite a high one. I'm going to do a F-off Terminator diorama, because I've got so many Terminators, because that's another passion of mine.
Yeah.
So many Terminator figures, you know, from the McFarlane size to smaller, but I'm getting a lot of the smaller ones, and I've built
the
up
playmates,
quite
the
an
3.5 inch, 3.5 inch playmates.
Yeah, I've got black ones and the silver ones. So what I'm going to do is, a couple of years ago, I bought a model HK Hunter Killer, the tank. I bought one of them, and it was all complete, and it had the sections where you can light up the lights and all that. But I don't know what happened to it. It's been on display, and the bloke said it will light up. You just got to redo it, basically. So I thought, and that's in a bag in my container, and I thought, I'm going to use that as part of the diorama. So I'm trying to look for a nice fish tank and then start doing dioramas, I think.
What you could do as well, a lot of people used to do it, and a few people now do it, is, you know, the big old TVs.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
Take all the back out and then reconfigure the back out, like you're watching TV, but the TV screen stays as it is, but the TV is like,
yeah. Well, the reason I wanted to use the fish tanks was because I wanted to do the artwork down the side, down the back, and down the side, and then possibly put some little spotlights in it, or some form of lights in the top to give it a bit of futuristic feel. You know, and you know, if you turn the lights on in a dark room, once it's all set up and everything, with the lights on the HK and things like, and the little spotlights in the top, it'll give it the futuristic effect.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But that's what I'm after.
Perfect.
So anyway, how's your May the 4th day been?
That's been all right. I ordered some Star Wars Lego, because Entertainer was doing 25% off Star Wars stuff today, so I ordered a Lego set. Nice.
That's one way of selling stuff, isn't it? May the 4th, 25% off. Boom, get down there.
I've also ordered Autobot Megatron as well.
What, Lego?
No, it's the new Transformers series that started Rob. It's created Earthspark. So Megatron's joined the Autobots.
Oh, blimey. I'll have to check that
Amazon,
out.
Is it Amazon Prime or something?
See,
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Have you seen the new Transformers advert?
Yeah. I'm kind of buzzed for the East one.
I'll be honest with you, I weren't overly excited, but I was in a laddish way that a new Transformers film was coming out. Then when I watched the new second part trailer, and then they featured Unicron, I mean, how the hell did they keep that quiet? Mate. And then I saw the advert and I thought, oh my God, It actually looks like
I
unicorn.
would honestly, I would have kept that completely quiet, completely.
Yeah, I don't know how they done it. I don't know how they. It must be a new George Lucas thing, you know. But yes,
Somebody mentioned that to me a couple of weeks ago. It's like unicorns, and I was like, but I've not heard anything about unicorns. And then I seen the trailer, and I went,
I went mad. I said to my wife on Saturday, just gone at Chatham Toy Fair. I went, oh my god, unicorns in it. I said, you can pre-order your tickets. Oh, I've got to go and order it. Got to go and get my tickets. Getting all excited. She went, Rob. She went, I've already ordered your tickets. Just stop.
when I seen the unicorn bit, I'm not joking. I was like a cold shiver just went right down my spine. And just reminded me of the 88 movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Barry, because it looks like he's got. It looks like the unicorn we know, and he's got the teeth that come out.
Yeah.
That grab the planets.
Is this
when they're coming down? And looks fantastic.
Rob, is this actually set after Bumblebee the movie?
9 years after, I think. It's set in 1994. Whereas
so it's not a part of the new Transformers. It's the Michael Bay ones, is it?
It's not Michael Bay, no.
No, it's Michael Bay. No.
It's a 9-year continuation. 9 year
from Bumblebee itself.
Yeah.
Basically, Bumblebee 2 is going to kind of be in between Bumblebee 1 and this one because they are making a Bumblebee 2, and they've got a backstory on similar to the other.
Because technically the last Michael Bay finished on like unicorn coming out of the earth and bits and pieces, but that's about it.
Yeah. I mean that looked really good and quite intense when I saw that back in I think it was 2018.
Yeah.
When I saw that, because we went to London to see it. When I was, we was at the premiere. But when I saw all that unicorn stuff, I was like, oh my god. This has got to happen. This has got to take place.
I love a good sword. The Sword of Omens and the Sword of Power from He-Man are the next on my list.
Go for it, Ian.
Ian's a big sword collector, and he's been picking up swords left, right, and centre. But I know the Power Sword and the Thundercat sword. It's on the top of his list.
Well, I looked at all the reviews on it, and so far everyone's given it a thumbs up. The only thing that I want more out of it is for the Eye of Thundera to light up. But you can't have it all. I'd rather have the sword, and I'd love it all to do everything. But it's a bit of kit. So anyone out there, if you want one, just get one.
Mr. G.
Hello.
Before we forget honourable mentions, tomorrow night, if you're around, ZSR is doing their 100th episode on YouTube. It will be an open mic night as far as I know, so if anyone's around tomorrow night. Saturday, not much going on, but then Sunday, you've got Lego builds or Lego studs with Slicer's Crumb. I am on my channel. 9 till 10 with artist and toy collector for an hour special, and then on Stu's channel, I think from 10 o'clock, he's doing a chat with a few other people on Stu's channel, if I can remember rightly. Stu, if you want to put the link in your description in the chat, please do, Stu. That's about it, I think, so far for honourable mentions.
Well, before we go any further, has anybody picked anything new up or brought anything new in?
Yeah, go for it, David.
No, you go first. Guest goes first. I could be here for 3 hours. I've picked up just over 300 items on 2 days, the weekend.
If you give me a second, I can show you what I picked up at the boot fairs this weekend.
Well, if you want to put me on Big Bass, I'll share mine. I think come back to Rob's.
All right.
Hello. I opened up, but because of Baz's fault, the Warhammer 4000 figure.
Nice. Are you going to paint that one up?
I don't know yet. I'm tempted to paint him like a black and silver, but I don't know yet. But there's that one.
For a minute there, I thought that one that you had was the same one as mine, but it's not.
And then basically I picked up some IG toys. And they came in boxes. And basically that's the one like a gorilla.
That's Chris. That looks horrifying.
There's the gorilla. And then basically there's an original gorilla. So there's that one.
I think it was Jamie actually done them with
Yeah.
it. No?
I don't know, he's got no markings, but then same one in the red box, they did like a dragon, which is that one.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
And they're quite, quite biggish, especially the wingspan and everything else. And then basically our friend was selling these, that's where they come. But a lot of people are just buying them for the glass tub to put your figures in. And then I bought a load of aliens, but there's the aliens. There's him. And then the last thing I bought was this one.
Oh, Gormity Battleship.
It's for the 5-inch figures, or the 6, which you don't hardly get. So technically, if you twist the heads of the knights, it all opens up to a
battleship.
Battleship, and then you twist that head, it opens up there. Then you can have a battle cannon at the back, thing, a weapon rack at the front. So it's all like a twisting. So I ordered that especially because I was, I wanted to place it. So
yeah,
but there you go.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
And there you go.
That's pretty nifty.
It all lights up and sounds, which I haven't done, but it's just twist the heads, and they both do bits and pieces. But technically, the other thing I'll show you later what I bought, but I did buy a load of other stuff. But that's to make it short and sweet for Baz. That's all I bought. But I did. If not, we'll be here for another 3-4 hours. So there you go.
Well, I did see some of the stuff that you did get, man, and the toy gods must have been shining on you that day, that weekend.
Well, technically, I went to 2 car booths, but we're over almost 300 action figures and toys. And then the play set got through the post. It was just like a dreamy heaven come true. At the moment, where did you put it all, like you say?
No, I
sort of show them little bits off. I bought a few other bits as well. Just a sneak preview for in a minute. There's a dark mask.
Yeah, I like that. Very mysterious.
I think Dave's going to turn into the vigilante of Birmingham.
You'll find out more in at least a half hour, 40 minutes.
You want to see what I got?
I'll go for it.
Right. So we had a good scare around the boot fair, and there was literally zero, apart from other traders and stuff. So I always have a double check, and I always have a good look. So on my second walk around, I saw a lady with a bag, and I left a couple of bits because they had bits missing. But the first one I found in the bag was the leader class Sentinel Prime. The only thing is he's missing the 2 grey sections that come down the back. But it's still nice. Still nice to find, the leader class. I mean, I love the leader class.
If I remember correctly, I'm sure he's a pain in the arse to transform anyway. So.
Oh yes, he is. Yeah, I agree, Barry. But he's in robot mode. And he still works.
Oh, heaven.
So, but I mean, I love the leader class. I mean, I've got the leader class Optimus Prime there from the movie Revenge of the Fallen. So I got him for £1.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, so I took him for £1, even though he had his grey bits missing and his axe and his shield. And then in the same bag, one of my favourite characters from the Transformers line, Shockwave.
Oh, that's a good one. I've got that one on the shelf.
I love him. He was just dark and mysterious, I think, in the film. Yeah.
100%.
The way.
Really, I'm sure that one's actually quite a harder one to find. That Shockwave.
Yeah, he's missing. He should have a lot of black cannon,
it's like a
rubber hose sort of thing.
rubber hose, aye.
Yeah, but I mean, I love him. I love Shockwave. The other one,
he's a good one. Like, man, as soon as I seen that when Dean Nens got them in a few years back, he was basically the first one I seen, and I had to pick him up straight away.
It's just that Cyclops look, isn't it? It's serious.
Yeah.
And
Between
the other
Shockwave and Soundwave, they're probably my two best. I love those.
Yeah.
I love the characters.
Another one that I got in the bag was the Prime Optimus Prime, the green version.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
And he love it.
Was that the Toys R Us exclusive?
I believe so. Yeah, because he obviously he's normally red and blue.
Yeah,
but I've got a few of these now. But for £1, you can't argue.
No.
You know, stacked out.
And you can't beat, because a few months back I got I'll show them off when I show my wee bits off, but there was a G1 Transformer that I picked up.
So I'm trying to lock the cannons back down. Also, I found, I believe it's a Turbo Master.
Oh, nice.
For £1 as well. I mean, his stickers are all gone and things like that, but he's all there. He's not broken. You know.
It's always nice to find stuff like that, though, Rob, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's still out there 40 years later. You know. I also found Action Fleet Shuttle Tidarium.
Oh, nice. Oh, that looks really clean as well. It doesn't look like there's no yellow on that at all.
No, it's nice and grey. You know, I mean, the cockpit still opens. Let's have a look. Cockpit still opens for the little figures to go in. And alongside that one, I found Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, but the battle damaged one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know, no figures, unfortunately, but it's still nice. Still nice to find us. You know,
it's always nice for a little display as well, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Especially with Star Wars, you know, everyone loves a bit of Star Wars.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, they're very well detailed, and you know, they're in proportion. I believe these Action Fleet vehicles.
Yeah,
I like them. You know, and I did find a lot of the. You're gonna laugh at me, but it's these little things, but they transform. They transform.
Oh, it's the airplanes. Yeah.
Yeah, the little what they call like wings or something.
Yeah.
You know, but they'll transform and stuff, and yeah, I think they're really cute.
Those are the small ones. These are the 6-inch for them as well, the 5-inch.
Yeah. I used to have them, and we sold them at a boot fair last year. Oh. But I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them for £1.50.
Oh, jeebus.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that, and I found a big box of Pokemon cards. So I've got to get them checked to see if they're original. Because I'm very skeptical about Pokemon cards, but they're a big box.
There's so many fakes going about them.
Yeah. Well, I had some last year, and I put them on eBay, and someone sent one back saying it was a fake, but I didn't know that, you know. So, but yeah, I'm going to get the whole box checked. And last but not least, it's in the boot of my car. I've got with the Pokemon cards, I got the Goonies on VHS X rental. So I got that as well for £1.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, £1 day it was. Everything was £1. So, but yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, my favourite out of all that, it's got to be. It's a very close one, but Shockwave or Sentinel Prime.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go.
That Shockwave is an awesome film, and it is a little bit pain in the backside to put him into his tank mode kind of thing. But yeah, once you get him into the tank mode, it's all right. I mean, I've got a couple of I've got the Bumblebee, the one that comes with the little. I think it was the nest set that you got. The small.
The little figure.
I transformed it into the Bumblebee, and I decided to
That's,
put it into the car.
That's the
And-
Human Alliance one.
Yeah, the Human Alliance
Yeah.
one.
Because you had Bumblebee and you had Barricade.
I was going to put it back into the car mode, then I was like, nope.
Yeah, your best bet is do what I do, Barry, is keep it in one form that it's in, and then wait till you go to a boot fair and find it again. Hopefully in the alternate mode.
You probably noticed the new edition that I've got. Man, I was hunting for them for a few months, and I managed to find them for a good price.
Good. Yeah, they are a bit of a bugger to transform.
It's like, I don't know if you can see it, but I managed to get Black Zarek.
Yes, so, nice. I see one of them on my local marketplace, just down the road at Gravesend for I think it was £90.
Game in a minute are selling it for 65.
Are they really? Oh, I might pop in there, but every time I go in my game, they're all sold out of everything. I wanted the Jurassic Park set, but they seem to be sold out of that.
Some of it pickups, man. I found this guy a few months ago, Rob.
Pretender.
Yeah. The good thing about it actually comes with his robots inside. The only thing he's missing is his wings.
He's got his belt and he's got his hat.
Yeah.
Was that a boot fair?
It was, 50
nice.
pence.
No. Bloody hell. The accessories are worth more than that.
When I seen it in the box, man, there was no helmet, there was no belt kind of thing. So I kind of hunted about in the box and managed to find the helmet, managed to find the belt. I didn't realise until I got home that the actual transformer was inside.
Oh, nice. But then what you'll do now, though, if you see one of those at a boot fair, you'll look in the box for the accessories again. You right there, Barry? David?
Yo.
But you'll look again and you'll check it this time, you know.
Well, that's what I always do, is that when you find box, especially if you're going through boxes and it's got random figures in it, I always double check to see if there's any accessories to go with either that or anything else.
Yeah,
but
I think
I got a late birthday present at the weekend off my sister.
Battlecat. That's nice.
I've been on for a while, man. I didn't realise how big this guy is.
It's quite big. I can tell by the size of it in your hand.
And then my nephew got me this as a late birthday present as well. I started picking this line up.
What is that?
Madcap from Power Players.
Power Players. This guy's cried Madcap. It's basically I ended up picking up Sarge because Sarge kind of reminded me of Small Soldiers, Rob. And then over the last year or so, more and more have been showing up. So I've just been picking up when I can. So I was missing this one. So
shows how sheltered I am. I'll just stick to my own, and that's it.
And then last minute charity shop the day with the wee boy. Pick this bag up.
Is that Megatron?
No, it's actually it's off a computer game.
Oh right.
You'll recognise
it looks like Meggie from the last night, doesn't it?
Does it?
I can't remember I have played the game, I just can't remember the name yet.
Overwatch?
But hopefully somebody will recognise the I think it's Crisis. I'm not 100%.
Oh yeah.
They look pretty cool, those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those. Pretty good.
And then there were some weapons in here, but I don't know if they're actually. I think they're for the human guys, but they might do for my Joes. I started picking up G.I. Joes.
It's still out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether it be charity shops or boot fairs.
A couple of months ago, I picked up some a bag of action figures from the charity shop, and there was actually one of the Palitoy Action Force figures in it that I didn't recognise it because it was like G.I. Joe style. And I must have asked about 3 or 4 foot, and it's like, you jammy.
It's always the way, isn't it? Because I remember years ago I went to a boot fair and I found a red laser figure, and I sold. I think I got £65 for it. I mean, we're probably going back 6 years ago, 6 to 8 years ago. There's
150, 200 quid now.
I know. If only we knew.
One figure in the bag that I didn't recognise. I had to ask Dave, and Dave was telling me, no, that's actually an 18 figure. It's an 18 bad guy.
Which one was that? Sorry.
There was another figure in it, but it was from 18.
Oh right.
But it was the 18 bad guys.
Yeah, because they were quite stiff, weren't they? They didn't move. They were like Star Wars, weren't they?
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what threw me off. It was like, I thought it was a knockoff for something. And it's like, no, that's for 18. And it's like,
yeah,
it was 18 like the G.I. Joes, but the bad guys, they were just standard.
The Palatoy ones, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few of them knocking about. Yeah, the 18 ones.
But at the minute, I've been picking up a load of Action Force figures. I've really gone to the Action Force now, but that's just due to a few guys in the chat kind of thing.
Yeah, I picked up a few a little while ago. I think the lot I got with the driller. The guy said to me he'd rather me post, or he'd rather post a handful of stuff than just one figure.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, Action Force and the Visionaries, do a bundle like that," and that's how it came about. But yeah, I got a load of nice Action Force. They're really nice, actually. The figures he sent me, everything was pretty much spot on.
Some of them are the ones I picked up a few months back. Man, it looked like some of them have never been played with, kind of thing. But man, if I see Action Force, I just pick them up. It was kind of weird because the first time I ever come across an Action Force figure, because it had been so long for I seen them, I just assumed they were knockoff soldiers kind of thing, and I was about to give them to my nephew, and then I realised what they were. So I was like,
you won't do that again. But yeah,
I seen them in a chat shot, and I didn't bother paying that because I thought it was just a knockoff, and then I come home that night, and it was like just something in my head. This is
away at you.
I kind of looked up. I don't know what made me put Action Force in, and then it come up, and it's like, oh, that's Baron Blood. I'm going back to Mon for him. That basically started it.
The only ones I picked up the weekend was Mortal Kombat, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat Action Force, or G.I. Joe, when they did that line.
I find it hard with G.I. Joe because I don't know a lot about it. I've had a lot pass through my hands. I mean, we drove to Weston-super-Mare last year to pick up a load of Thundercats and Action Force because the guy wouldn't post it. So me and my mate drove all the way up there. It took us 7 hours to get there, but it took us 3 hours to get home because of a diversion and things like that. Just because of one junction. But all the Action Force, I didn't know nothing about it all. I had Hydrofall, I had all these other vehicles, but a lot of it I traded with Robbo. Gave it to him.
Yeah.
For a mask laser command box and stuff like that. Because it's something I haven't. It's something I've never delved into, but I've had a lot of it, hell of a lot of it pass through my hands. But
we have Mrs. Scuba Pete. Hey, Leslie.
But yeah, unfortunately, it's something that I don't know a lot about, and I haven't even taken the time to chase
Action Force and G.I. Joe is a very big line.
Yeah.
I think it virtually comes after Star Wars is probably the biggest, Barbie's second, and Action Force, G.I. Joe is third.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff they did for it was unreal.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, it was a fantastic toy line, but
technically the only one that could beat them three is technically Lego. You can't never beat Lego.
No. But yeah, because of the amount of pieces, and that's what throws me off, because I haven't got time to dedicate my life to another toy line that's got so much involved, and I don't mean that in a horrible way.
Yeah.
But there's just so much involved that I haven't got that spare time to add. So unfortunately, I've got to stick to the lines that I know. Thundercats mask,
And technically, you got some pretty good dig lines or pretty smart lines yourself. And technically, to keep up with them is impossible, especially like recently the price increases over COVID and everything else. It's gone ridiculous.
Oh yeah, and you notice that since COVID.
Yeah.
Jeez, everything's gone up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have a little scare on eBay every now and then and have a look at, you know, toy lines. And I just have a look at the prices. Sorry?
There's another site you can check. It is a bit dangerous, but it's called Vinted. It basically started selling clothes, but you go and put vintage action in, I'm no joking, man. Some of the prices in there, you wouldn't believe what folk are selling them for.
And they're getting it.
Really? Are we talking high?
No, because my sister got a vintage battle cat for my nephew, and it only cost her 12 quid.
12
quid.
Was that with all his armour?
On his armour, aye.
Shit.
At the moment, it's like just, people don't know about it too much. It's until it gets a bit more popular, like eBay. It's going to be one of them sleeper ones. It's getting there slowly.
There is stuff on there that are selling like crazy money, but occasionally, man, if you look at certain, you're like, Jesus Christ, man, because she messages me asking me, is that a good price? And they're like, yeah, because then a complete one, we know how much a complete battle cat will go for.
Yeah, like 35, 40, 50 quid now, aren't they? Just on their own.
Well, you talk about which country as well, because there's 4 different countries of battle cat.
Yeah.
There's 4 complete different versions.
I better check all mine. I've got about 5 battle cats.
Because I ended up buying 5 Transformers for a tenner.
Bloody hell. You watch, everyone's going to be coming off here and going on to Vinted.
Yeah.
Well, I did say to myself after a certain while, is that I'm not going to go back doing that rabbit hole with Transformers. But then when I seen Black Zarek going up for sale kind of thing at Christmas time, I was like, oh, I'm buying that. And then now I've kind of went back into that rabbit hole.
Well, he doesn't help with the movie, does it, though?
I'm a big fan of...
I've been wanting a lot of... I've been picking up a lot of the Beast Wars. Because I like all the Beast Wars stuff back in the day.
I've still got a couple of boxes of the old Beast Wars stuff. I can't...
But when they done the reissue from in 1Z, I was like... I started picking them up.
I can't find it in my heart to take the boxes of original Beast Wars I got to shows to sell them, because I'm not into Beast Wars, but I like them.
So I had all the Beast Wars stuff.
Yeah.
And for some stupid reason, about 15 years ago, I sold quite a lot of the collection, and it was one collection now I regret fucking selling, because trying to find them.
Original ones, yeah.
It's like, Jesus. I've got Rat Trap, I've got Wolfang, I've got Cheater up there, I've got Tigertron, because B&M's is now selling them, so I'll be going there to pick some more.
TK Maxx was selling them a little while ago, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got the one that I didn't have as a kid.
Nice, yeah, the Caterpillar one.
This one's kind of a weird one, because there's no really posability in him when you put him into his robot mode, but I like the giant slug style.
Crazy. Cool. You got anything coming up, Rob, in the future?
I think we're at Sandown next week, and then the day after we're doing one of the last shows for our friend Richard Friend. He does all the Comic Con sort of things. We're doing that one, and I believe that's in Folkestone. So we're doing Sandown on the Saturday, Folkestone on the Sunday. So other than that, I'm not sure what's penned into the diary after that. Probably be the local ones, but we are looking at probably doing, I believe it's the October. Is it the October NEC again?
1st of October?
Yeah. I was speaking to you about it on the phone, wasn't I?
Yeah.
We're possibly looking at doing that one. If we can't do that one, we'll try and do, if it's on, the one at Christmas.
Christmas is Stafford.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Might even
because of the contract negotiation from last year to this year fell through, and they weren't going to do anymore. But then Barry and Ellis Potter decided to do some. They did 2 this year, which is the April and October. Because they needed to get in the Toy Fair December, they moved it to Stafford, and they're pushing Stafford like anything at the moment. Next year, I have heard of I have asked Bellis, he said, carrying on, he said, 100% carrying on the Toy Fairs at the NEC. It'll be 2 or 3 shows next year, but don't know dates or when yet.
Right.
So they've got now another 25-year contract or whatever contract they got with the NEC. So they are carrying on. But because of the negotiations, they couldn't get the 27th. But this year, it's gone to Stafford.
Right, okay. Well,
which is another hour and a half for me from Birmingham. So it's going to be another hour and a half where you are up.
Yeah,
if you want a good look around it, Leicester Vintage Toys did a couple of videos from it. So if you want a quick look at that, go to Leicester and they did a couple of Stafford look around. So
yeah, we need to pen a few more in. Luckily, with the job I've got, they're quite okay with me having Saturdays off compared to the job I had before when I was self-employed. It was a lot harder.
Yeah.
But now the job I've got, they're really good.
Lenient.
You know. Yeah, and I'll say to them, can I have this Saturday off? If it ain't marked on the calendar, I can have it off. You know, so it's quite good. I try not to take the mick by having every Saturday off, if you know what I mean. But yeah.
But no, the 1st of October should be a good one because I know a lot of the people in the chat are coming up to that one especially. Plus it's the beginning of the month. It's going to be quite a big one, the 1st of October. So I'm at the moment I'm planning my tables out at the moment, or deciding what I'm doing. So.
Right. Oh, yeah, and that's run by Barry Potter, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I might get in contact with him and see what the crack is. If I can get the time off work, if I've not got no plans.
The only thing different is, Rob, the table's now gone up to 65 quid, only about 5, but that's it.
You expect a little rise, don't you? You know, they've been going up for the last 5 or 6 years anyway, even at Sandown. Yeah. They've gone up from £52 to 60 odd quid now, so it is what it is, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
You make
but no, the October one, I'm gonna go out all in October because I've just penciled in my holiday for November. So technically, I need some spending money for November. So I'll be taking some different stuff from last time again. Plus advertising a Star Wars one. So
we keep on like this. We'll all be retired if we sell our collections off.
I know. Maybe one day.
Well, that's it. Someone said to me the other day, "Are you going to retire soon?" I went, "I'll sell all the toy lines off."
Time we do retire, man, the toys that we do have will be worth a fortune.
Well, I'm actually trying to, you know, trying to actually thin down my Star Wars collection because I've been buying so much over the last couple of months, and even last year was a good year for Star Wars. Got rid of quite a bit, had a good turnover, but I'm still left with quite a lot. I mean, I've got boxed snow speeders, Slave One, boxes of figures.
How far are you from Birmingham?
3 hours, three odd hours.
Because technically, the only reason why, the good show I did last time, I don't know if you've seen, but Rob also, you know, Rob from Toys.
Yeah.
He had half a table with his friend, but it's Star Wars Echo Base Live.
Yeah.
It's only a week after Birmingham on the Saturday.
Is that up and coming?
7th of October. It's the week after the NEC.
Yeah, because Rob's asked me when I saw him at Chatham about doing a deal with a load of my Star Wars. Because I said to him, I'd like to do Echo, but I don't know.
If you've got vintage sell a massive lot there, trust me.
Yeah, I've got loads of it.
It's worth, for you, it's worth 100% worth it.
How much are tables there then?
Half the price in NEC, 30 quid a table.
Actually, I think he told me that. I thought they were more than that. That's
no,
right. Yeah,
30 quid. I spoke to the owners again because basically they said, how much your table? I said 30 quid, yeah. And they've gone up for sale as well, and they ain't selling quick, but they are selling. But it's 300 people a day. It is amazing for Star Wars. Vintage, it's ridiculous.
I reckon if I had 2 tables, I reckon I'd be sorted.
Or last time I had, was it Baz? It's 34 foot long.
Your big ass table, man.
I'm not going that big. I'm going to go 12 foot this time, but I'm doing something special just to stand out.
Yeah.
How many tables was it? About 7 tables or something you had?
Six.
How big are the tables though?
6 foot by 2 foot. 6 by 3.
Yeah, 6 by 3. Yeah.
It's very, you know, like the NEC. It's that they don't do backing tables.
Yeah.
But for 30 quid a table, for 60 quid for that, it's ridiculous.
I'll probably need about 3 or 4 then, if that's that's small in terms of.
No, the 6 for the normal pasting tables.
Yeah, but 3 foot, I'll probably need double that, so I'll probably end up having to have about 6 tables then.
So technically, you've got the 6 foot long by two, same as the NEC tables or the Stafford tables, same size as that.
They're quite long lengthwise, but they're quite slim depthwise. Yeah, I'm with you.
But they're only, they're only 30 quid a table, and I enjoyed the last one with all the hassles. I really enjoyed it, and everyone liked the table. So I've already booked in for it already.
Nice.
I might do that. You might see me there.
I'll be there. With a couple of my new characters coming up in a couple of minutes' time. So on that note, I'm going to disappear for 5 minutes because Baz gave me a challenge this week. He wanted to see his best friend back, so I'm going to change it 3 times tonight. 1 for Rob, 1 for me, and 1 for Baz. So, guys, I will be here, but I'm going to... There you go. Nuke my mic, nuke my camera, and come back with something different in about a couple of minutes.
He's going to dress up, isn't he? He's going to put his mankini on.
Maybe.
So how's life up north then, up the top end, Barry?
That's been all right. Weather's a bit weird now. I mean, 1 minute it's sunshine, next minute it's raining, and then it's windy. But
it's been like that down here. Yeah,
we get a few days. Last week, man, it was brought last week, just cold. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to warm up now, thank God for that. So hopefully the booties will start kicking off proper. Because they've all been delayed, haven't they?
Your boot sales started back up in January.
Blimey.
But I was going to them, but there wasn't a lot of folk gone there, so I kind of stopped for a wee while. But middle of this month, I'll start picking up because the better weather will be coming in and there'll be more folk coming out. So
better stuff, hopefully. Because we found that
I've just been watching in game.
Yeah, we found that down here that obviously with the season starting and the weather was so bad that a lot of the fields were still really soft and they were just cancelling midweek. You know, and every boot fair was just turned, cancelled.
The one I got on a Wednesday and a Saturday, it's an indoor one, Rob. But just because it's indoor doesn't mean that folk want to go out in the piss and rain kind of thing, eh? So the last couple of times I went, there was half of them weren't even there. Because the good thing with that, the way they've designed that one is that you could basically do the Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, keep all your stuff there.
All right.
And it gets all locked up. It's all secure kind of thing, eh? So you're not having to bring stuff back and forward kind of thing.
Cool, and boot fair's changing. Don't you think? Some boot fairs, to do that, you can keep all your gear there for the weekend after doing a Wednesday. Do you know what I mean?
It's like for a Wednesday, it's £7 for a table or for a spot. Saturday's £10. Sunday's £10 as well. But if you pay £35 a week, you basically can keep your stuff there, kind of thing, and you just go by your own leisure.
That's crazy.
I need to actually go back because there is a couple of guys there that do occasionally have good stuff in. I've just not been there the last few weeks. The majority of the time I go there, there's nothing that I'm looking for, so I end up going away empty-handed, or I end up just picking up one item.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's quite disheartening when you go to a booty and you walk around.
It's not that minute. It's only like 10 minutes. it's only about 10 mile away, but it's 20-mile round trip. So if you go there and no picking it, it's kind of worth. It's pointless. It's a waste of fuel kind of thing, eh?
Yeah, that's the worst feeling, isn't it? Sometimes you buy something just for the sake of it to make the trip worthwhile.
Yeah.
You know, whether you want it or not. I mean, Christ, Sunday I bought.
First time I've went there and I've not bought anything for myself, but I ended up picking stuff up for my nephews or my nieces.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I picked up my 10th CD of Def Leppard Hysteria album because I don't like seeing them left at a boot fair, and it was in such nice condition that I went, we were going to have like 50p. I thought, yeah, I'll have that for the car. I've got about 20 copies of it, I think. Whenever I go to a boot fair, I can't stand seeing them there, so I'm just like, oh, take that. But you have to buy something.
Well, they might be worth millions of pounds in 10 years' time, so you never know.
Well, I hope so. I've got bloody 20 copies of it, I think.
You might be able to retire.
Oh, I hope so. No. But yeah, getting back to it.
Baz, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Right.
By the minute, man, I've been... The last couple of weeks, I've spent a fortune in game getting Masters of the Universe stuff, eh?
Yeah, they've been knocking it all down, haven't they? Has he got a Terminator mask on?
Something for Rob first.
Nice, nice. I like it.
Dark Terminator, but just for Mr. Rob.
Love it, love it. As the eyes light up. Yeah,
I haven't put batteries in it, so...
All right. That's salvation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them in the shops. Don't see them very often now.
No. Baz has gone big. Baz has gone small.
I was trying to do something, but it's not working on this for some weird reason. Right. I'll give these a wee shake because, man, everybody should know these. I just picked 20 random questions. There's 3 questions on each card, but I'm just going to ask. I'm just going to do one question.
Hello, how you doing?
Let's see what the knowledge is for everybody.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Hasta la vista, Darklycan.
Right, so first question. When Jedi younglings are taught in a group, they are collectively known as what? A pod, C from clan, or school?
I'd say school.
Read the answers again.
Pod, is that pod, clan, or school?
Is it clan?
I want to see if anybody in the chat for me knows this as well.
Dark side of the force is strong with you, Darklycan.
I'm sitting there just looking at him going, he's going to say something in a minute. I don't know if I'll put... Here, I'll show you my one that I got off a friend of mine. Hold on.
The force is strong with you, Mr. Padawan. Dark side of the force.
I've got this one here.
Strong with you.
Whoa. Actually, I thought it was a massive for a minute.
I don't know if it's... You can hang it on the wall. It's got a... And it's also got a little clip on the side.
Oh.
That's cool.
So come on, Baz, what's the answer?
The answer is clan.
Clan.
We're both wrong then. So, one
Fluff
second.
that one up.
Number 1 was the Terminator mask.
Oh, his eyes are going off again. I have to try and freak my wife out.
For number 2.
Oh, it's Darth Vader.
Friday Night at Freddy's mask.
No, it's just the Poundland one from Quidland. Basically, Baz wanted
A couple of years back, we done a Halloween film and stream, and Dave decided to come as Death Bear. Darth Vader.
So Darth Vader was born.
Yeah, I like it.
Hmm.
There's
Going
got
about question number 2.
Which Jedi was honored with the title Defender of the Home Tree by the Wookiees?
Yoda?
I'd say Obi-Wan Kenobi. I probably got it both wrong. This is embarrassing.
Well, Dave got it right. It was Yoda.
I'm going to cut my own neck with my sword.
What color is the blade of Quan Chi Jinn's lightsaber, if I pronounced his name right?
White.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn, yes.
And Qui-Gon Jinn.
What
it
color
white?
was his lightsaber?
I'll say green.
Dave, what would you say?
Qui-Gon Jinn was green because he's a Jedi.
Red, purple, or green?
Green. He's a Jedi. Qui-Gon Jinn was a Jedi.
Oh, no, all Jedis have got a green blade, remember?
Mm.
So the answer for that was green.
Right.
General Grievous uses 4 lightsabers. Okay, 2 were blue, but which colors were the other 2?
Green.
Yeah, I'm going to say green as well.
Yep.
And then basically, from my new version, with the new mask I got the weekend, there you go.
I don't even know how to fucking pronounce this creature, but how many centipede-like creatures are released in Padme and Amanda's bedroom?
2.
If he's saying 2, say 4.
Dave got that one, 2.
Oh. See, I wanted to say 2, but I didn't want to copy Dave.
It was either 2 or 3, so I was like 2 or 3. 2. This is Dark Mask.
You should know this one. What is the surname of Lando, who is the Baron Administrator of Cloud City?
Calrissian.
What's the options, Baz?
That was just the... Some of them have options, some of them don't, eh? To which fiery planet in the Outer Rim does General Grievous send the members of the Serpentine Council to stay hidden from the Republic? Endor, Coruscant, or Mustafar?
Mustafar,
yeah.
Mustafar. So in the chat, do you like Dark Mask, Terminator Mask, or Dark Bear?
Well, you
Which
know what one I like.
reptiles share Yoda's house with him?
Which one?
Which reptiles shares Yoda's house with him?
Lizard.
What's the options, Baz?
Bats, snakes, or lizards?
I'm going to say bats. Something different.
It's going to be snakes, isn't it?
Yeah, it was snakes.
He has one around his bloody neck.
As used by clone troopers during the Battle of Kashyyyk, what does AT-RT Walker stand for?
AT-RT.
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 What's the options, Baz?
All-terrain trench transport, all-terrain returning tanker, or all-terrain recon transport?
First one. Option A. Option A.
The right answer is all-terrain transport.
Which was?
Number 2.
Ugh.
All-terrain recon transport.
You can tell Transformers and Thundercats and Star Mask and all that are my speciality.
What is the name of the Ewok chief?
Chirper.
I can't remember.
Chirpa, Turfel, or General Grievous?
General Grievous. I know more about toys than Star Wars. Yeah.
What vehicle does Han Solo use to sneak past the Imperial blockade on Endor?
Shuttle Tiberium.
Yep. What is the name of the class type game played by R2-D2 and Chewbacca?
Chess. Oh no, that was.
I'm going to attempt to pronounce these because I ain't got a clue how to pronounce them.
Begin with B, isn't it? Back something?
Is it Hujik, Grok,
Hodjik, Gluk, and Zluk.
Dijarik?
Like, I am a Terminator, Darth Maul.
Question: either answer is 1, 2, or 3.
2. Just taking a guess.
Right.
Dave got it. Dijarik, or if that's, I'm not too sure how you pronounce that. How many members are there in the Cantina band? The Mobile Knobs.
Are they the things with the big heads? Because there's 3 of them.
Right.
Dave's saying 3, so.
No, the answer is 7, 9, or 5.
7.
Oh, the buttheads. Oh, 7.
Yeah, 7 it is. How many pod racers entered the? Put your teeth back in. How many
20.
entered the race that Anakin Skywalker eventually wins?
Answers?
6, 10, or 18?
18.
10.
18. 18.
Yep.
Which one?
The blade of a lightsaber.
18, Baz.
Sorry?
Was it 18?
It was 18, aye.
Right.
Which colour is the blade of a lightsaber Luke Skywalker inherited from his father?
Now that's a toss-up between white or blue.
Blue.
So the possible answers could be blue, green, or red.
Blue. Blue.
Gonna be blue, isn't it?
Yep, correct. The Gungans are native to which planet?
Gungans.
Answer?
Tatooine, Naboo, or Mustafar? Naboo. What type of creature is Sebulba who takes on Anakin Skywalker in a pod race?
Answers?
A Dug, a Vork, or an
Dug. Dug. Dug the Dug. Dug the Dug. I told the dog to make the Dug.
Yeah, Dug. You're correct, Dave. How many ion engines do an Imperial TIE fighter have?
4.
2.
So the answers could either be 1, 2, or 3.
I'm there 3.
Rob, did you say 2?
2.
You were correct. 2.
Yes. You will be deleted.
Which Sith Lord uses a Sith speeder to soar towards the Queen's starship on Tatooine?
Which what, sorry?
Which Sith Lord uses a Sith speeder to soar towards the Queen's starship on Tatooine?
That's old DM, isn't it? Darth Maul.
Yep. There's Darth Maul.
Do the Darth Maul. Do the Darth Maul. Do the Darth Maul, Darth Maul, Darth Maul. Do the Darth Maul.
Last one. What species is Darth Maul?
What species?
Options?
A Darth Norium, or a Gundan? He's definitely not a Gundan.
Oh, no. Gundan.
What are the first 2 again?
Is it Teal'c?
All
right.
A Darth Normirian.
Yeah, number 2.
Yep. Number 2, I think is it Darth Morinian? I always thought Darth Maul was a part of the. No, you've got.
You will be warned.
For his species.
Hello, Darklycan. You will be killed soon. Darklycan, you will be deleted. Delete.
I'll do a couple of bonus questions.
Delete.
True or false? In
False.
episode 4, The Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett spaceship is called
False.
Hound's Tooth. True or false?
False, because it's episode 5.
Boba Fett's starship is called the Hound's Tooth. True or false?
False.
False.
True or false? Darth Vader is the father of Princess Leia.
True.
True or false? The name of the Empire's vehicle, the ATAE, stands for All-Terrain Tactical Enforcer. True or false?
True.
I'd say true.
True or false? The planet that serves as the capital of the galaxy is called Mustafar.
False. All the answer does.
Along a lot.
The answer's false.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Darklycan81.
Like, everybody should know what these are because they're all kind of common. It's like, who is Luke Skywalker's sister? Everybody should know that.
I've got a question for Darklycan.
What's that?
What species is the Darklycan?
He is a mystical Scottish creature.
He drinks iron brew?
Yes. But he's not like.
Good duck. Good duck. Good duck. Good duck.
He protects the people. He doesn't hunger for blood or revenge.
May the fourth be with you.
Can't remember what the proper name is, but it's something liking, but it's
werewolf.
He's
werewolf.
He's more a protector of the clans.
Werewolf. We have the werewolf.
I think these masks are making Dave go a bit mad, don't you, Barry?
That's
go Barry. Go Barry. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
I was going to put on the Stormtrooper helmet, but it's in the spare room.
Wimp.
Only even opened it yet, Dave.
Wimp.
Well, next Dave, time I come on.
You've seen that spare room. It's like a bomb or a twister's weight.
Wimp. Next time you come on, you'll be.
I'm going to put a mask on. We'll all have masks on.
Hello. Goodbye.
Head helmet on.
I've got a wicked one.
Hello.
One.
Goodbye.
I bought it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I bought it last year with the outfit.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's quite a short person. It's not Yoda.
Gemma.
Who?
Gemma.
Gemma.
Jawa.
Oh, Jawa.
Houdini! I'm a Houdini!
It's because you got that mask on. I can't understand.
If it's a short person, if it's for Star Wars, the only other short person I can think is
Kenny Baker.
Not Star Wars.
No.
I'm going to leave you guys guessing, but I will turn up on it next time.
Warwick Davis, Willow.
Probably as short as that, but it's not Willow.
Is it a horror film?
I'm not saying no more because we're getting close.
No, I was just trying to think of short film.
Is it Jigsaw from the Saw films?
No, I'd like that one though.
What about? I know a good one for Baz, but he won't do it for me. Cousin It.
Oh mate.
No, I can do another.
I don't think
May the force be with you always.
I don't think I'll be allowed to sit here in the It outfit. My wife hates Pennywise. We went to a convention a couple of years ago, and there was someone walking around like Pennywise, and I kept going, "Here, mate, come over here, come and get a photo with us." Oh, she was doing a nut.
The Scottish girders.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I actually like to actually get some of my Iron Brew fucking
Iron Brew?
shot would fucking ran out of them.
Iron Brew.
So I had to get this shit instead.
Iron Brew Juju. I got Prime.
I got
Optimus Prime.
That fun quiz.
I got Prime, Optimus Prime.
So a question for Rob is that I know you're a big Mass fan, but what is your favourite vehicle?
Has he got 4 wheels and coloured red?
No. It's a tough one, but I'm just going. It always boils down to Hurricane. It's a tough one because I always think about it, and I always think to myself, "What if?" But it always.
I can't remember what the name of the vehicle is, but it's the colour orange. You flip the wheels out, it's like it turns into like a tank.
Oh, Stinger.
It's like the chain. It's like you've got the chain that comes at the back of it, and then the front.
Yeah.
It's like the bit goes up. Only bits missing after that is the little gun that sits on the.
Yeah, that's a Stinger. Yeah,
that's Stinger.
It had 2 names, Stinger and Scorpion, but
I love that. I love that one.
Yeah, that's the one I made at Cola Cans. Remember
Yeah.
the big one? Yeah,
I love that one.
but yeah, I've got to say Hurricane on mine. I mean, sometimes I have a look at the others, and I think sometimes Bulldoze. I like Bulldoze.
What was the biggest mass vehicle, Rob? Out them all?
Apart from Boulder Hill, which obviously ain't a vehicle, I'd say the biggest one was probably Outlaw.
Because I know you had from in Rhino was a big truck. I'm sure the one you just mentioned, that was a truck as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think it was bigger. It's bigger and bulkier because it's a tanker.
Because there was one from a Mask, and then there was one for Venom, wasn't there?
Yeah, but you had you had Goliath with the racing car on the top, but it was quite small.
Aye.
Outlaw was big and chunky.
Yeah.
And Rhino was big, but it had lots of areas where it weren't filled out, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hello again. Did you miss me?
Well, the Terminator got terminated.
Yes. So technically, there's the Terminator. There's the Masker Book Weekend. And Baz's favourite one is just a.
It looks like Friday Night at Freddy's.
5 Nights, yeah. It was just like a £2 from Poundland, and I thought I'd cut the teeth out so you can breathe in it.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 Nights at Freddy's.
And I know exactly where that was, so I thought when he started talking about Terminator, I needed to change it. So
the only mass vehicle I've still got from my childhood is the race car one. The one that comes into like a jet thing.
Oh, in the middle, Buzzard.
Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got quite a few of them.
Other ones I've acquired over time.
Well, I've always got spares, Barry. If you ever want a spare, mate, let me know what one you're after. I'll always send you one up. Plenty in stock, should I say.
Because I've got a bag of figures about a month ago, Dave.
yeah,
Just a random bag. There was the only reason I bought it was I wanted random. He was in it. I didn't realise when I got to the bottom of it there was actually a mask figure in it as well.
Nice. It's always a surprise when you see a mask figure at the bottom of a bag.
It's like mask figures, man. You used to find them quite a lot at charity shops and boot sales and that. Now you didn't seem to find them as often, but you still find them.
Yeah. Before I go, I'll tell you this little story. So I went to a boot fair in Gravesend when my daughter was about 2, So they were going back 14 years ago. And I thought, I don't start work till, I used to work for O2 then. And I thought, I don't start work for another hour. So I got down to this boot fair and out in the car park. And I walked up to this stall. And they always had like, it was all for charity.
Mm-hmm.
And I kid you not, I walked up and I looked in this little basket and it was just full of mask figures. There was the Wolf Beast Miles Mayhem, the Clone and the Standard, both masked up. There was the Gloria Bakers from Stiletto with masks, and loads of other figures. And I was just like, wow. So I put my hand on those and I looked over and there was a load of vehicles all just piled up. Stiletto, Wolf Beast, all the big hitters. And I was just like, hello, love. What do you want for all these? £5. I was just like, win-win. I just couldn't believe it. I just bought the whole lot. I think I gave him more money, to be honest with you. I think I gave him about
It's
tenner.
actually good when you find stalls like that kind of thing that they don't really know what they just want to get rid of it. And it's like, much you want. Because I think a lot of folk, when they go to boot sales, is that they'll say, oh, much is the Star Wars figures or much is the He-Man. And as soon as you say that, folks like, oh, he knows what this is. Now, when you see figures sitting there, I just say, oh, much is the toys kind of thing off.
Yeah. I learned that a few years ago.
What it is kind of thing, then.
It's sneaky, but at the same time, you know, we're going to sell it eventually.
It's just like when you got that tender, I just taken out the box. I go, how much you want for this? And I had, in my other hand, I had like the accessories kind of thing, and it's like 50p. I was like, through the 50p and I'm fucking run.
Or it's a case of just holding a big bundle in your hand and go, what do you want for all that lot? You know, because you're not trying to give away too much that there's possibly a bit of gold in there.
There was a couple of, I think it was just after the COVID when they actually started opening up, and there was a guy who went one Saturday and I'm no joking, his table was covered in Marvel Legends, G.I. Joes, Thundercats, Power Rangers, Masked Rider, you fucking name it. And I just basically went, that's where I got the big gold off, and I was like, how much you want for that guy? And he says, what, the gold guy? And I went, aye, 50p. I was like, again, the 50p. And I just happened to turn around and it's like, I seen there was another fan goes, much you want for it? Oh, the big ones are 50p to £1.
Blimey.
And then they had the box, man. That's where I kind of got some of the G.I. Joe's fair. I just taken it and goes, much you want for it? It's like £1.50. So I ended up going, you had some Power Ranger accessories, Zord parts, and it's like, I was going through to see what you had, and it's like, much you want for that? And it's like, I'll just give you £1 for it. I must have had about fucking 20 fucking pieces in my hand.
Bloody hell. That's a great stall.
I think he just wanted rid of it, man. He knew exactly what he was selling.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was on the table, and he just like, I'm just wanting to get rid of it.
The trouble is sometimes when you try and sell it at a boot fair at toy show prices, you're going to go home with it. You're never going to.
People will pay it these days if it's for your own collection, but if it's like a flippers or traders, they won't pay it.
Yeah,
exactly. They want it, but they won't pay it.
You know when they done the Star Wars crossover with Transformers? They had the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I've got loads of them.
I would have picked that up, but there was a lot of pieces missing off it, and he only wanted £1 for it.
A lot of the Millennium Falcon areas are brittle as well, especially the arm connections. They go brittle and they snap, so you've got to be very careful with that.
Is it Chewbacca for the rear and Solo for the front?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, I think it was his mum. It was one, and he's got his mum in the back, and his mum's going through boxes trying to put bits together, kind of thing, to put on the table, kind of thing, because it was like underneath his tent, he must have had about 10 boxes full with figures and just random bits, and he had his mum going through them to try and make up bits and pieces so they could put on the table. But I must have spent about, for what I got that day, I must have spent about £20 on his stall, and I must have come back with about over 100 fucking items.
That's good. That's
good.
Well, let's hope we have a lot of boot fairs like that this year. Hey.
Oh,
I'm hoping we do, but hoping we don't, because technically 300 figures coming in for 2 days, I can't handle that every week. Jesus.
You have to rent a garage. You have to rent another garage.
No.
I'm going to have to love and leave you, boys.
That's no worries, Rob. It was a pleasure having you on again, man.
No, always a pleasure. And what we'll do, we'll give it a couple of months, and I'll come back on again with a mask on. Do all that, but yeah, thanks for having me on, and everyone in the chat. I can't see all the chat when it comes up, so
Yeah, it's too stinky winker.
Hello to everyone and goodbye to everyone. But yes, I shall catch you guys soon. Yeah.
No worries, Rob. Appreciate it.
Brilliant.
If you need any information about the 2 shows, let me know, Rob, and I'll fill you in.
I was just going to say, other than that, yep, keep us informed on everything, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
No Thanks, Rob.
Thanks again. Later. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you believe about the way you feel, the Irish smile?
So there was one question I meant to actually ask Rob before he left.
You always get one before he leaves.
No, I was because it's Star Wars Day today, because it's May the 4th.
Yes, I remember the question now.
What is the one figure you have in your collection, Star Wars figure, that you didn't need but you needed it to finish off your collection?
Technically, Baz, when we were kids, we go through the stages, we didn't have too much bits and pieces. I sold all my Star Wars collection off as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I sold figures off for like 10 pence and 50 pence to our friends, which was like a mistake. I'd go to the first car booth. I sold all the vehicles except for one of the last 17 Ewoks and the Ewok base. So I just wanted to keep them 2, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy liked these last 2 ones out of his collection, but he's like, I only sold like the Ewok village and the last 17 Ewok back then for £12.50. And I'm like, bit gutted, but what can you do? The only other thing that's got sentimental values to me as a Star Wars person, or that sort of stuff. When we was at school, we used to take our toy in. It was at your birthday that day. You used to take a toy in for your birthday.
We used to do that up here, man. It used to do like a show and tell kind of thing.
And basically, I've got a home VHS with it on, or a DVD with it on, where I went into school and showed Jabba's like throne room and he's thrown off, and they showed all the kids all the guts and the bits and pieces in the bottom, and I was like, that was it, you know. Other than that, some of my fondest memories, honestly, I can still remember our dad going to Hamleys when he closed down in Birmingham originally. All the vehicles were £5 each. Any vehicle, a £5.
Yeah, man, you used to be able to Woolies and you used to be able to pick them up for between 75 pence to 50 pence a figure, man.
Yeah, original carded figures back in the day. Because these Hamleys were shutting down, the queues were around the block. But our dad went up and literally got the vehicles for a £5, and the figures were 50 pence each. You know, back in the day, yes, we made on the Star Wars when we sold them, but I've got a few Ewoks and a few bits from my original collection, like you say, you sold it off, but you know, that's my memories that stand out. I've got a few like 84, 85 Christmases on home video, which technically I occasionally still watch. You see the Star Wars and me like running around like little, just like, you know, it's, you know.
That was like, man, I know we've mentioned it before, but it's like when I think it was 8 days. It was just before my younger brother and sister were born. I think it was the last Christmas before they were born. That's when me and my younger brother got the He-Man stuff, and I can still remember that day to this day, even though I can't remember what I did yesterday.
Yeah,
That's always a thing that me and my brother always talk about.
Yeah.
Especially now that he sees that the He-Man stuff's now starting to kind of build up.
Yeah.
Even though majority of his origins kind of thing, he still remembers having this character and that character and this and that. And then he messaged me the other night there. He says, "You do realise they're doing Snake Mountain?" I went, "Yes." I says, "Stop reminding me." I says, "There's so much good stuff coming out this year. It's
unbelievable." Perfect East Baz, there's one thing I'm dreading getting older. It's our old granddad went down with it, our old nan went with it. Our auntie's got it. It's like dementia where you start forgetting things. I'm just
well,
for
I'm
me,
already there, Dave. I think I'm halfway there.
for me, Baz, it's like perfect East without the toys and without the toys, it's.
That's what my granddad passed away with. He passed away with dementia. It's not the nicest thing, but
No.
There is times that you do, honestly, do I forget what I've done, kind of thing, and it's like,
yeah,
it's scary. But when it goes through. It could be from grandfather to father to son, kind of thing, or it could miss a generation and go to one other thing. But I'm the same as you. It's one thing I'm dreading because it runs in my family as well.
Perfectly honest, without toys in my life, I would have probably gone 10, 12 years ago, perfectly honest. Because of what I went through and everything else. You know, sometimes I love the toy community and how it all comes together. I'm always now thinking about John's brother and that sort of stuff. Hope he gets through the next month or so and bits and pieces.
Oh, definitely, man. Hope they're all right, man. Hope he can make it, kind of thing. I mean, but this is what I love about this community, is that we all help each other out.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
It's like, we should, another honourable mention, which I should have said at the beginning. Little cool guy, Peaky Hour Productions. He did like a 9-hour chili challenge and food. He got to 900 quid, and for what he did on last Saturday and Sunday night, it was amazing what he did for the charities and bits. So, thanks for everyone for supporting him and bits. It was like it does hurt and bits, but we all get through it. My biggest problem is, Baz, like every time I go to like the toy fairs, our dad used to help me out all the time, and now it's like a few people occasionally come up and says we missed, that extra bit of something.
That thing with it's like up here, man. We always cried on Papa, my granddad, and we always cried on that for we were kind of young. He was the one that kind of introduced us to boot sales and all that, taking us to our first boot sales, got our first pickups basically back in the day. There's no day goes past that. Still, no, I can't hear you.
Am I gone?
Yeah, kind of in and out.
Okay. How you going anyway? I was going to save a bit of battery power.
But as I say, it's and that's nearly 2 years for he went, and I still think about him every day, and I'm sure my dad does as well. And I've got my dad fucking talk to him in the kitchen, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and it was we knew we never had much time with him, but we weren't expecting it to be as quickly as it did.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Mine was exactly the same, Baz. It was like
crazy. A few things that I picked up when he took us to boot sales that I still have, and those things are, every time I look at them, it always remembers me of the good times that we had.
Yeah. Technically, Baz, we call that stuff our holy grails now. It's more sentimental to us all than that sort of stuff, perfectly honest.
I mean, he's got myself, he's got his 2 uncles as well, but he sees me more often than the other 2, because one stays in Inverness, the other one works nearly 6 days a week, kind of thing. So he only sees him maybe once a week at the weekends. Maybe myself, he sees me basically 7 days a week.
Yeah,
kind of thing. And he looks forward to going, and that's on a Friday. It's like, are we doing anything on Saturday? And it's like, do you want to go out?
Maybe.
You go, yes. He's Can we go to the charity shops and the boot sales and just the normal stuff, eh? So you
Yeah.
take every day as it comes, kind of thing. You take all those memories and keep them together.
Yeah.
It was just like that Thursday that we went to pick up the He-Man stuff. He got some. My sister gave him some pennies to get stuff, and I'm no joking, man. It was like, talk about us going into a candy shop. It was the same as soon as he seen all that He-Man stuff on the shelf, he was like, I'm having that, I'm having that, and I'm having that, and I'm having that. And then we went on the Friday, went back to another game, and he's like, you just see his eyes just lighting up. It's like, I'm having that, I'm having that, I'm having that. Now my sister's like, are you just buying this because your Uncle Bazzy's got this, or are you actually going to sit there and play? And it's like, I'm going to play with them, but no. He doesn't.
Maybe.
He's got them on the shelf. He's basically copying what I've done. And it's always nice to see the younger generation starting to do the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, this community is good, man. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them pushing us to do live streams and do videos and jump on other folks' live streams.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to ZSR tomorrow night. That's going to be a good one for 100. Sunday you got the Lego studs and Lego builders. I'm back this Sunday night. I'm back with my channel at 9 o'clock with a artist/toy collector special.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stu straight after me at 10 o'clock on Stu's channel. He's got an hour special on. So I have been booked into my Stu IT collecting life with Stu, but I'm not until September on his channel. Hiss to Stu. But no, we've got tons more stuff and more of that sort of stuff to come. Honorable mentions to everyone out there. Thanks for joining us for an amazing evening. To Scuba Pete, Mrs. Scuba, Travelling Power Rangers fan I seen, Ronaldo, I seen Slices Rum in the chat.
What's Salacious? Keep on collecting, or Gerard.
Yeah.
Even
There's some amazing collectors out there and bits and pieces, and I'm working on a few more bits behind the scene. I've booked my next adventure at the end of the year now. Until it's 100% confirmed and a few bits more, I won't say much, but I am going to do another adventure at the end of the year, just for 7 days, but I'll turn it into something special.
Well, June, July, we should there should be an adventure coming up for myself.
Sweet.
Eventually going to meet one of the Shabby brothers, or maybe two.
Well, definitely one of them I'll meet on Sunday, because he's coming on my channel. I've had one, I'll have the other one on.
Everything goes to plan, and then hopefully meet up with Sai in June.
I know Sai and a lot of people are coming up to the 1st of October Toy Fair, which we announced, said earlier. I will be at the 1st of October. I'm just working out what table layout I'm doing and what plan I've got in mind for it.
I would have come down in October one, but I didn't realise when you were doing your live stream and you were talking about it, I was like, you know what, I could come down in October, and then I realised I can't, because that's when my car goes for its MOT, and then that's when the road tax is due, and it's just...
1st of October, it's basically as the 1st of October, Sunday, Barry Potter Toy Fair. I will be there. There will be, basically, because of my holiday in November, I will be taking some more rarer, unique stuff, different from last one.
What's that? My 4-year-old nephew sets up all his Lego and asks my sister to record him doing a review. Yeah, it's funny you should say that, G-Force, because my nephew does the exact same. He does his own little videos, and he wants his mum to film in. It's kind of cool that he wants to do that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Skeletor, he's green, he's got a yellow face, blah blah blah. She's showing me some videos, man, and it's like, it's just because he watches us. He watches myself, he watches you, he watches from, and I've noticed on his YouTube, and he's subscribed to Shabby, he's subscribed to this and that. He's been looking on my thingies, and he's just been. I noticed your name was on it as well, Dave. So he's been watching your videos. He's been watching.
Yeah, I'm still keep going at the moment. I'm doing 2 videos, 3 videos per day. I'll just keep going. That's it. You know.
Eventually, when he gets a bit older, then my sister might let him do a video on myself.
You know, but yes. But no, a big massive shout out to Rob, the Terminator, the guy again. So
it was a while for we kind of spoke to Rob, man, kind of thing. It was nice to get him back on and catch up, kind of thing.
Yeah. Technically, when you mentioned Terminator, I know where his mask was in my collection, and I thought I need to do the Dark Terminator. So there's that one. You know. But no, basically, me and Baz will be back next Thursday with our toy battles. I think Baz is going to...
I was actually going to do the toy battle the night, but because we had Rob on, I didn't want to... It was a bit too short notice kind of thing. When I realised it would have been interesting to see what Rob could have come up with kind of thing.
No, we're saving it for next week. Do a toy battle next week. But I thought, what are you doing? Is it Star Troopers next week?
I don't know yet.
No, you were doing Final Faction, weren't you?
Well, Final Faction did kind of pop up, but because I've been clearing out the Aladdin's Cave, I have been coming across bits that I forgot I had.
I might do, Baz, 2 toy lines which are completely different but staying the same.
Yeah.
Which is Starship Troopers, which I got figures, the little figures, little bits for it, and a toy line by Leonard called Star Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if you put Star Troopers in, it comes with Starship Troopers.
That's basically it. It's just like you could actually say is that the one that you picked up, because man, I do like the monsters for that. I like the aliens, but
so next week I might do a same the same but different toy lines and companies crossover. I might do pick
those Star Trooper ones. Is that you could only get them out of Smiths. I've never.
It was basically in the UK. It was Smiths for the big bug, and a company called Toy Master was the rest of them.
So we've got.
I know. Is it G-Force? If he's still in the chat, when he's coming on the thing, I know him. He went. I know Series 2's just hit America. I'm crossing my fingers we get Series 2.
Because G-Force showed them off, and I'm sure Geek Strong showed them off as well when he's done.
I know it was one of them. There's no geek. I know it was one of them, but I'm you know, that's all I'm.
Because one of the ones that they showed, I can't remember if it was G-Force or it was one of G-Force.
I think it's geek. I can't. Yeah, it was one of them, but yeah.
It was the ones that come with the little aliens that you could put under the heads, kind of thing.
Yeah, I've got them already. But no, but other than that, we'll be back hopefully next Thursday. If anything comes up, we'll let you know. I'll be on this Sunday on my channel doing an artist/collector special with somebody. But no, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Stay safe, keep well. Thanks for May the 4th. Baz, thanks for the 30-odd questions, which I did pretty well because I know more toys than Star Wars myths and legends.
It's like, just for going, man, when we were talking about it the other night there, I kind of went through the question. It's like some of these questions are too easy, so I kind of had to go through the whole 200 fucking cards to try and get questions that some folk would maybe know or kind of maybe wouldn't know.
Yeah. So technically, Ben Baz, for the last question for you, did you enjoy the Terminator, Dark Side, Dark Terminator, Dark Bear, or...
I like them all, man, but Dark Bear is the one that kind of started that We've done that from Halloween with Salicia's a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But there you go.
But as we say, we appreciate everybody coming on and joining the chat. And as I say, this is an amazing community. So there's nothing else you can say, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody's safe. If John's watching this, tell everybody that hopefully Tunnel Rat, we're all praying for him and stuff. I hope he gets through.
But no, thanks for everyone for joining us again. Enjoy the rest of the, May the 4th, wherever you are in the world. It's not like the old days where you used to queue up at, like, was it 5 o'clock in the morning, go to Toys R Us at 12 o'clock opening to see, like, 2 aisles full of Star Wars stuff. That was...
Actually, to be honest with you, I miss those days.
Yeah.
I miss those days at the store owned.
The dark times, Baz, where you can, like, May the 4th is like, join us at 12 o'clock, Star Wars aisle. Complete 2 aisles full of Star Wars down. It's like, oh my God. And then they release the Black Series or they release this. What's new? I was like, oh, he's got at least do Boba Fett with it. It's like, what? It's like, yeah. It was crazy. But guys, thanks again, everyone, again. So thanks again for an amazing night, Baz. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share the video if you see anything different or unique. Don't forget, I'm DaveWorldtoys. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I'll be doing, once again, 1 or 2 shorts per day, maybe 3, because I've got some more playlists and a few more bits coming up. I've got some more gourmety stuff, some more Microman. I'm going back to Microman. Art Attack. If you remember Art Attack, I've got something from Art Attack. Some vintage stuff. Nice. Some unique Power Ranger stuff again coming soon. So that's what's coming for mine. Sunday night's chat will be back this Sunday with a collector, a artist and toy collector.
Nice.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as well to Darklycan81, the guy to the left or right. Thanks for Rob again for an amazing stream. Bazza, lead us out, my old Darklycan.
Well, until the next time, may the force
live long and prosper.
That's the wrong one. See you later, guys.